Hello, I'm Dr. James Bogash, Master of Health and Longevity and creator of Modern Health Myths. And today we're going to talk about a less than desirable side effect of high blood pressure, which could include shrinking your brain. I would imagine that, I'm assuming that most of you want to die with the most brain cells intact. So anything that we do that may damage the brain, we want to probably keep to a minimum. And high blood pressure happens to be on the list of things that will shrink your brain, mainly because long-term blood vessel health. I've talked about endothelial dysfunction and how sick blood vessels can then start to starve brain cells. And so brain cells have a tendency to die and they shrivel up and your brain shrinks. So not something we want to have happen, but we would think that we have to have high blood pressure for this to occur. But there was one particular study that looked at asked the same question, and they found that people even in the high range of normal, so they didn't even have high blood pressure, but their blood pressure was higher than it should have been for their age, they had increased brain shrinkage compared to people that had more ideal blood pressure. Ideal blood pressure unmedicated is generally lower, is almost always better. So I have tendency to hang out around 110 over 60 or so. It's been a while since I've taken my blood pressure, but we normally think 120 over 80, but even lower than that if we can get closer to 110, around over 60. Those are some good numbers, but it has to be that way from lifestyle, not from more medication. There was another study that looked at whether or not the use of medication, so if we use medication aggressively to lower blood pressure, would that help protect a shrinking brain? And it turns out that the people that used more medication to bring their blood pressure down more had more brain shrinkage. And the researchers were able to kind of tease apart the data, and they realized the brain shrinkage wasn't from the high blood pressure, it was from the medications that we were using to try to force the blood pressure down even further. So that wasn't a good answer. And so the take-home message is really what it always is, that the best way to manage blood pressure in the long run is to make lifestyle changes. Anything else is going to create more problems than it solves. As always, two particular studies, I'll post the links to both of them in the comment section. Make sure that you like this video, share it with somebody who doesn't want their brain to shrink, and subscribe to the channel.